Hello and welcome to episode number 234 of WITM, in which the Intercontinental Champion Gerald will finally get back into in-ring action, and the card has been updated. We will now get a rematch of a few weeks ago, as it's going to be a champion versus champion hardcore Falls Count Anywhere match in the main event of Raw, with the Universal Champion as well as WWE United States Champion Dean Ambrose taking on the Intercontinental Champion Gerald. But before that, the Raw General Manager makes his first appearance in WITM. Raw General Manager Kurt Angle is in the ring, microphone in hand. Let's hear what he has to say. Kurt Angle speaks. During my time so far as general manager of Monday Night Raw, I've gotten the pleasure of watching up-and-coming talents establish themselves as bona fide superstars here on Raw. Recently, a man came to Raw and defied everyone's expectations of him and became the Intercontinental Champion. I like to personally do what I should have done a few weeks ago and congratulate that man. So would you please welcome to the ring your new Intercontinental Champion, Gerald.
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. My days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. And life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's setting low, I pull out my fiddle and I rosin up the bow. The kids are sweet, so I keep it kinda low. Thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't think it very good. So I fiddle when I can and I work when I should. And thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got the old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Woo! Well, I wouldn't pay my life.
Kurt continues to speak. Gerald, you've inspired me so much that I might just have to lace up my boots again. When you came into the WWE, most people didn't know what to make of it. Let's be honest. Most superstars of your age are well retired by now, or are only working a couple matches a year in high school gyms and minor league ballparks in the independents. But you came into WWE and defied all expectations. And now, just weeks before SummerSlam, you stand in this ring as the new Intercontinental Champion. As I'm sure you know, that places a target squarely on you. Every man in the back would love nothing more than to end your inspiring reign and walk out of SummerSlam with that Intercontinental title. But if we've learned anything from you, it's to never count you out. Congratulations on becoming the Intercontinental Champion. And now, I'll pass the mic to you and give you a moment to speak to the WWE Universe. Gerald responds, "Thank you, Kurt. You inspired me a lot before I came into this business, so to hear I've inspired you is an honor. I knew coming into this business expectations of me would be low, but I didn't let that get to me. In fact, if anything, it inspires me to work even harder to be the best I can be. Inspiring others has been one of my main goals in the WWE, and when I do hang up my boots, I would love for everyone to take this away from my career. That no matter your age, whether you're 7, 27, or 77, if you work hard and utilize your God-given talents, you can achieve anything. At SummerSlam, I hope to inspire even more people and walk out still the Intercontinental Champion." Kurt Angle speaks. "Ladies and gentlemen, your Intercontinental Champion, Gerald. And now, we have lots of great action for you tonight, including a champion versus champion main event, where the Universal Champion Dean Ambrose will take on the man you just heard from, the Intercontinental Champion Gerald. So let's get underway. Enjoy the show." Alright, so Gerald getting some high praise from Raw's general manager, Kurt Angle. Gerald says his goal is to inspire others that they can achieve their dreams despite what their age may be. And Gerald, he made a statement a few weeks ago defeating the Triple Crown Universal WWE and United States Champion Dean Ambrose, the only man besides Gerald that holds a singles title on Raw or SmackDown. Will he be able to defeat Ambrose once again in this Falls Count Anywhere match and pick up some momentum heading into his Intercontinental title defense at SummerSlam? Or will Dean Ambrose keep on rolling and pick up a victory over Gerald? Let's find out in our episode 234 matchup. It's a champion versus champion Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Universal, WWE, and United States Champion Dean Ambrose takes on the Intercontinental Champion Gerald. Let's get underway. And no, we're not going to cash in Reigns' contract just yet.
King, I'm getting goosebumps anticipating this one. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match, and it happens next.
This is awesome. Look at your arm.
We have Dean Ambrose versus a formidable opponent.
This is going to be good.
Listen up, there's not a moment to spare. It's quite a drop from the top, so how you feeling down there? It's a cold, cruel, harsh reality. Caught, stuck here with your enemies. Who do you think you are? Tearing us all apart. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more, but you get nothing from me. You're like the burden you pay for it, and there's no way you're getting out of this. Who do you think you are? Tearing us all apart. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yes, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more, but you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, the United States champion, Universal Ambrose.
Here we go. The single match will not disappoint. I can guarantee you that. You're right about that. Let's get it going. They've been buzzing about this one ever since this match was announced.
Will I
And his opponent, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Gerald
Oh boy, we're in for a treat tonight. Both of these superstars look geared up, ready to go, and I can't wait to see these two square up in one-on-one action.
I forgot me old fiddle when the sun's coming up. I got cakes on the griddle, and life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's setting low, pull out my fiddle and I rosin up the bow. The kids are sweet, so I keep it kind of low. Thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't think it very good. So I fiddle when I can and I work when I should. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine life, I got the old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
And here we go, champion versus champion, Triple Crown, WWE, Universal and United States Champion Dean Ambrose, in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup with Intercontinental Champion Gerald. These are the only two men on Raw and SmackDown that hold singles titles. Dean Ambrose rocking his newest shirt, and Ambrose wasting no time taking advantage of the hardcore stipulation, going to town on Gerald with that steel chair he brought into play. Ending with a DDT, plunging the head of Gerald into that steel chair. But here comes Gerald, STO, with Ambrose landing on the chair.
In this thing at any moment.
Well, he's certainly popular with the fans, for whatever that's worth.
Russian leg sweep STO, stomp to the leg.
Dean Ambrose can go stride for stride with any superstar.
Kick to the back.
No matter how big or small. Ambrose launches a frenzied assault on opponents that combines brawling.
There's another kick to the back.
Submissions. Well, Michael,
Stomp to the back, really targeting that back of Dean Ambrose. Looking again to kick the back, but this time Ambrose will evade. Suplex by Ambrose. Stomp to the chest. And punching the head of Gerald repeatedly, and then plunging it into that steel chair. Reversal by Gerald. Ambrose landing on the chair. Suplex into a cover. And Gerald's going to power out at 2.
Dean Ambrose's range of skills certainly venture into the unusual.
Elbow drop by Ambrose.
Ambrose become the longest reigning United States champion
There's
in
another.
WWE history with a 351-day championship reign.
Now Ambrose attacking the arm.
If you include the title's history,
Forces Gerald to his feet. Reversal by Gerald. Irish up into the corner. Forces Ambrose to the top turnbuckle. And launches him over halfway across the ring. Forces Ambrose up. Roush up into the corner.
Oh, man, what a collision.
And a spear in the corner by Gerald.
You know, Dean
Stomps to
looks a little
Ambrose.
Unhinged, and I won't argue that. But when you
Reversal
see
by
dismantle
Ambrose.
his opponents with speed, high-flying attacks.
Goes for a
and
cover.
Here's a cover. There's not a person in this
And
arena
Gerald's going to
who
power
thought
out
that
at
was it
2.
for him.
No, this guy's too strong. This guy's too powerful.
Now Ambrose
I don't remember
raking the
last time
eyes
he
of
executed that maneuver.
Gerald. Roush up into the corner.
Nice reversal.
Elbow strike. STO
That's nice.
takedown. Gerald going for that chair that Ambrose brought into play earlier.
Oh my God!
And it
What a chair
connects.
shot.
Dean Ambrose is on the receiving
Now
end of a
Gerald tossing it
tremendous
all the way
beating.
out
He'll
to the
need
entrance
find a way
ramp,
to turn things around
but
here.
decides to
These guys
retrieve
have
it.
been so tightly matched up until now,
As
but
Ambrose
this
trying to get
might
back
be
to his
where that
feet.
finally starts to change.
That's a good
And
point.
that
My God,
connects.
his body's been
This
through
time
hell
Ambrose
on
will
his
grab it
ropes.
away and throw it into the head of Gerald.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution.
Nice reversal by
Damage
Gerald to get
ribs
behind
like that can
Ambrose.
make it
Attempts
hard
the
to
kick,
breathe.
but
Dean
Ambrose will
takes the
evade
upper
that.
hand here.
And swinging neck breaker by Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose with
Ambrose
the
goes
cover.
into a cover.
Look at this action. And there's
Then
still
Gerald's going to
plenty
power
go.
out at 2.
Oh yeah, let's go.
He's delivering an old-fashioned
Kick to the back.
butt kicking right here.
He was one step ahead on that one. This
Reversal
is
by
it.
Ambrose, and out of nowhere comes the big boot. Stomp to the arm. There's another stomp.
Ouch.
Elbow
After a
drop
move
to the
like
back.
that, he's going to need to see a chiropractor or a spine
Gerald
specialist.
getting low
Whoever
on
he's comfortable
stamina.
with. No pun intended, of course.
Yeah, he's not going to be comfortable
Now
for a
goes
while.
back on the attack, targeting the leg of Ambrose, but
He's looking a
Ambrose
little
will
weary here. You have to
shove
wonder
Gerald
if he could
aside.
recover
And now
from
it's
this, guys.
Ambrose getting fired up. Forces Gerald up. And for his comeback sequence. He connects out, scores Ambrose a signature maneuver. And
Dean Ambrose
the
is
comeback
deciding
sequence
to
is
go ahead
successful.
here. He's sending a message to the entire
Ambrose looking to take flight.
WWE locker room here.
This guy's just getting worn out.
Wants Gerald on his feet.
Oh.
And diving elbow drop connects. Stomp to the arm. Goes for cover,
This
center
may very
ring.
well be it.
And he kicks out with a
Very
lot of
nearly
pressure.
picking up the
That's
victory.
the road
Ambrose
he's
in
not done yet,
shock.
Michael. Wow.
But Gerald
Look at
powers
his
out
fight
just in the nick
heart
of
and
time.
determination.
Now Ambrose looking for dirty deeds.
Look, Dean Ambrose. He looks like he's got this.
And that will connect. Ambrose immediately goes for cover.
Shoulders down. This could be it.
Count, Ref, count.
And very near fall. But Gerald is going to power out just in the nick of time again. Ambrose looking again to take flight.
Look at those eyes.
Wants
Oh,
Gerald
yeah,
on
this
his
could be
feet.
big. Off the top rope.
And diving drop kick will connect. Ambrose is fired up.
Way down deep if he wants to keep going now.
Dean Ambrose is
Reversal
going
by
to have to
Gerald.
revise his game plan because right now the one he's using ain't working. There's
Ambrose
a good chance. And
with the
will this
roll-up
be it?
pin.
Maybe.
And Gerald powers out. That too. Kick to the back. Ambrose in firm control. Gerald needs to get back on the attack and quick. And now Ambrose has a chair.
Driving that
And
chair
cracks
into him
Gerald
again.
over the head with it.
Watch out.
Gerald avoids the second shot and throws the chair into the head of Dean Ambrose, busting him open. That could be what Gerald needs to turn the tides of this matchup. And this will definitely turn the tides. A spear Gerald is looking for, and that connects. Gerald goes for cover to have his second victory over the Triple Crown champion.
I don't know if too many other guys
Very near fall. Looks like it may have been a 3 count, but the referee says no. This match will continue. Stomp to the chest. Camera clutch locked in by Gerald. Center ring.
And it is locked in.
To that blade head of Ambrose, but Ambrose will reverse.
Boy, he was able to
Reversal by
reverse and get out
Gerald.
of that.
Nobody controls the pace of a match.
There's a
Like
big
this
boot.
guy. Oh, he missed.
Oh, nobody home that time.
Forces Gerald, or rather Ambrose, into a seated position.
Big
Elbow
impact.
strikes to the shoulders. Forces Ambrose up, but reversal by Ambrose.
Oh, that was slick. He was one step ahead
And
on that
reversal
one.
by Gerald, but Gerald's low on stamina, and that opens up offense for Ambrose with a DDT, and goes for cover.
For the win. 2. And a kick out of 2.
And a very near fall after near
You
fall,
can tell that frustration
and this
has begun to
champion
set
versus
in here.
champion
He
matchup.
simply refuses to stay down.
Both men looking for the ever important momentum heading into their title defenses at SummerSlam.
He anticipated
Reversal
that
by
move perfectly.
Gerald. Stomp to the chest.
Uh-oh. There's that camel clutch, and it is locked in.
Camel clutch locked in yet again. Is locked in well. But again, Ambrose is going to reverse. Stomp to the back. Forces Gerald up.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Elbow straight to the head. Forces Gerald up. Reversal by Gerald. Ambrose catches the leg and reverses. Now attacks the arm. Again attacking that arm of Gerald. And a punch. Slam by Ambrose. Forces Gerald up. R-Strip into the corner. Gerald staying on top of that chair. But reversal by Gerald. Gerald, for some reason, looking to take flight, and with Ambrose right in front of him, that, of course, will not work. Punch down by Ambrose. Gerald forced to a knee, and a DDT by Ambrose. Stomp to the arm.
You gotta remember what works.
And kick to the chest. Forces Gerald up. Reversal by Gerald.
Perfectly.
Reversal by Ambrose. Running bullseye. Ambrose low on stamina now.
This match has taken so much out of this guy.
And now recovered and looking for dirty deeds for a second time in this matchup.
Dean Ambrose has his eyes on his target, folks.
And that will connect. Ambrose goes for cover.
And this has got to be it.
That's it. It's over.
And still Gerald powers out. What a great matchup we have here between the only two champions in the singles division for Raw and SmackDown. With that ever important momentum on the line heading into SummerSlam. Our strip into the corner. Punch to the back. Gerald responds with a punch of his own. Reversal by Ambrose. And reverse DDT. Ambrose goes for cover. And that will do it. What a great back and forth matchup we had. That's going to be Ambrose securing that ever important momentum, defeating the Intercontinental Champion Gerald.
Here's your winner, Dean Ambrose.
An emotional victory here tonight. Man, oh man, what a battle.
What a match and what a win. Congratulations. I'll tell you what, brother. I can watch those two go at it each and every week. What a match.
Join us again next week for WWE Raw.
Alright, so Dean Ambrose has been pretty much unstoppable lately. He's held on for quite a long time to the Universal WWE and US title for everybody but those going for the Intercontinental title. If you want a singles title on Raw or SmackDown, you must get past that man, Dean Ambrose. And as he builds up more and more momentum, that task becomes even harder. Alright, so we'll get our results for Raw and see how that affects the rankings on Monday Night Raw. We will start as usual with the Raw women. Asuka defeats Liv Morgan. Morgan moves down to number 3, and Asuka is Raw Women's Champion. Nikki Bella defeats Aaliyah. Nikki Bella remains number 1 contender. Aaliyah falls to the second from the bottom, number 8. And the top 5 contenders for the Raw Women's Championship, held by Asuka, are number 1, Nikki Bella, number 2, Bayley, number 3, Liv Morgan, number 4, Dana Brooke, and number 5, Lana. And I actually remembered to book the Cruiserweight match this time, so we'll go ahead and update that. Brian Kendrick defeated Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado, and Graham Metalik in our featured Cruiserweight match for Raw, a Fatal 4-Way. That is a non-title victory, with Lince Dorado being involved in that match. So Brian Kendrick is going to move up 2 spots and become the number 1 contender to the Cruiserweight Championship. Cedric Alexander moves down to number 8. Lince Dorado is champion, so no change there. Graham Metalik falls outside the top 5 to number 6. Actually, I'm going to need to update that a little bit. Andrew and I just discussed a new change to our ranking system, to where in multi-man matches, only the man that took the pinfall or submission loss is going to move down in the rankings. The people that took a no decision will not move up or down in the rankings. They will hold at the spot that they were. So in this case, Cedric Alexander took the pinfall loss. I will go back in the menu to confirm that it was him that took the loss, but I'm pretty sure it was. And no, it was actually the champion, Lince Dorado, that took the loss. So from now on, only the person that the winner pinned or submitted in a multi-man match will go down in the rankings. Those that took a no decision, didn't win, or get pinned or submitted will remain where they were. So Cedric Alexander will remain at number 7. Lince Dorado, who took the fall, does not move down because he is champion. And Graham Metalik will remain at number 5. Alright, and your top 5 contenders to the Cruiserweight Championship, held by Lince Dorado, are number 1, Brian Kendrick, number 2, Noam Dar, number 3, Andrew, number 4, Akira Tozawa, and number 5, Graham Metalik. And now in the Intercontinental title rankings. If I can find the Intercontinental title, there we go. Enzo Amore defeated Murphy. Enzo moves up to number 24. Murphy remains at the bottom, number 26. Actually, probably should do the tag team division first. Sorry about that. Hype Bros defeated the Usos. Hype Bros move up to 3. Usos move down to 6. And your top 5 contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championships, held by Cesaro and Sheamus, are number 1, The Revival. Wow, I'm really not with it with the rankings. New Day defeated Revival. They move up to the number 1 contendership. Revival falls to number 2. And now your top 5 contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championships. Number 1, New Day. Number 2, The Revival. Number 3, The Hype Bros. Number 4, the Authors of Pain. And number 5, the Miz to Roush. And now your Intercontinental Championship rankings. We already did Enzo Amore defeated Murphy, with Enzo moving up to 24, Murphy remaining at the bottom 26. Also, and our only other singles division matchup, besides the Cruiserweight match, Dean Ambrose defeated Gerald. Ambrose is not in these rankings, and Gerald is champion, so he does not move down. And the top 5 contenders to Gerald's Intercontinental title are number 1, Sheamus, number 2, The Miz, number 3, Xavier Woods, number 4, Big E, and number 5, Bobby Roode. And now the Universal Championship rankings. We only had Dean Ambrose defeated Gerald. Gerald is not in the Universal title rankings yet, but may be soon because he is champion. And Ambrose is Universal Champion. And our top 5 contenders to the Universal Championship held by Dean Ambrose are number 1, Kevin Owens, number 2, Cesaro, number 3, Brock Lesnar, number 4, Sheamus, and number 5, Bobby Roode. And now we move on to SmackDown. And for storyline purposes, we are going to call an episode here. All I will tell you is we will be seeing Dalton Roush in action on SmackDown Live. So that is going to do it for episode number 234 of WITM. Until 235, this is Corey, signing off.